Okay, can we talk about what it's like growing up in one church culture and then moving on completely to a different one? Think about it for a minute. For instance, you were born into the Orthodox Church and then you are now a full-time Pentecostal church worshiper. For me, I was raised in AME Zion Church. Very old church, very structured, very hymn based, the kind of church where you sit and you hear turn to page 243 in your hymn book. Pentecostal church worshiper, where the first 30 minutes is like a praise party. Don't get me wrong, AME Zion Church has its own style too. Growing up in AME Zion Church was really, really beautiful. Tradition everywhere, robes, the liturgy, the ministers and the choir processing in like royalty, and the deacon or the reverend praying in that silent, deep voice that made you feel like heaven was listening because everywhere had a pin drop silence. I remember the communion Sundays. It was always an event, very long event. But the funny thing about the Orthodox Church is you always know exactly what's coming next Sunday because the order of service never changed, which was a very good thing. On the other hand, the Pentecostal Church had its own style and it's a very different spiritual culture. But the main shift is that AME Zion Church gave me foundation, history, reverence, and the discipline, while the Pentecostal gave me fire, urgency, the bold faith, and hunger for miracles. So to all of us in the Pentecostal church now, my question is, what do we really want from church? Do we want tradition that grounds us? Do we want expression that frees us? Because some of us has left our childhood denomination thinking it's dead, it's old, I don't like how they're doing things. Others join the new style of thinking, which is like, this is too much. But maybe it's not about which is better. Maybe it's all about which one grows your relationship with God in this season. For me, AME Zion has taught me how to love the scripture. Pentecostal lifestyle has taught me to believe for the impossible. AME Zion has given me a deep respect for the presence of God, while Pentecostal has taught me to expect the presence of God in my life every day. So one gave me heritage while the other gave me momentum. So let's talk in the comments. If you've switched church or you're a Pentecostal worshiper, but you were an Orthodox worshiper at birth, what was your biggest shock? What did you gain from switching and what do you secretly miss from the old days? But for me, I miss those offerings where we had to turn around the church over the first offering, second offering, ministry of kindness, main offering.